if you're not putting intention behind it, it doesn't matter if you're doing it.
Mhm.
It's like doing it without intention is just as good as not doing it. Simple. Everything you do, you just got to put 100% intention towards it. Even if you're not finding success in what you're doing, like if you're losing rounds, but you're out there with the intention of trying your hardest, that's okay. You know, one thing that he has me do that's really helpful is like at the end of competition training and competition as well. So not like every training, like my night Tuesday, Thursdays that are lighter, I don't do it. But like my intentional trainings that are like this is competition round, I have a little worksheet that I do at the end of the training that it has like my controllables. So the
Mhm.
5 things you can control. He always tells me like you can't control who you're fighting. You can't
Yeah.
control your coach. You can't control the ref. You can't control the crowd. You can't control whether you win or you lose.
Right.
All of those things are out of your control. But there's 5 things you can control. You can control your body language, your attitude, your energy, your effort, and your competitiveness. Those 5 things are things you can always control no matter what. When you're going into training and going into competition, those are 5 things that no one else can control but you. So if
Yeah.
I'm going into rounds and my effort and energy are low, my body language is low, and I'm coming into training with a terrible attitude and bad mindset, my competitiveness is low, it's bad. It's already off to a
Mhm.
bad start. But if I'm going into training and I'm like, you know what, I have high energy, high effort, my body language is good, like I'm very intentional. Like I will wake up in the morning and like pull my clothes out of the drawer and be like, all right, what kit will I wear today? I want to look good. I want to feel
Yeah.
good, Like I'm everything from picking nogi,
Yeah.
to, going out to go train, I'm very intentional with everything I'm doing, So I'll definitely like my body language is always high when I'm coming into training. My attitude is always high when I'm coming into training. So what we do is we rate those from a scale of 1 to 10. And he says
After training.
after training.
Yeah.
He says no sevens because 7 is like that neutral number that like
Yeah.
I was a 7 today. There's
It's a
a
safe
big
number.
difference between an 8 and a 6. All
Yep.
right, I'm like I was a 6 in training.
Yeah.
I was an 8 in training. You can't say I was a 7. Because then you're
Right.
just gonna be neutral. I was a 7 today. You're not really being honest with yourself. And the goal with the worksheet is to just be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
And it's okay to have bad days. Some days. I remember there was this one time that he was like, "Dude, you got fours." I had like fours all across the board. He was like, "What's with the fours?" I was like, "I don't know, man." I was like, I was really tired. It was like the end of the week. It was a long training week. I was like, yeah, I'm feeling really tired this week. He was like, how much energy did you have like this, like going into training? I was like, I think I had like 50%. He goes, how much of that 50% did you give? I was like, 50% of it. He's like, so you gave 100%. I was like,
Mm.
huh. So I never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
He goes, if you only have 50% and you went into training with 50% and you gave 50%, you should have scored yourself a 10.